Okay, Sailor, on the boat. Sailor, get on the boat. Good girl. Okay. Take this. Can you carry that? Are you Mommy's little helper?
It's very important to get all your supplies ahead of time. Make a list before you go shopping so that you don't forget anything, because once you're out there, there's no stores open. What you bring is what you get.
And always buy more than you'll ever think you'll eat, just in case the trip takes longer than you thought.
That's good advice. Storage is very important when putting the groceries away. Action.
It takes me a little bit of time to stow the groceries because I like to think in terms of like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I stack it and stow it away and try to remember where everything is.
There's one thing a dog knows about sailing, and it's very important. Don't you agree, Sailor?
Okay, it's very important that you pull out all your charts for the trip we're going to make from San Francisco down to Marina del Rey. I've gone through all the charts, I've pulled them all out, even though we do have chart plotters, GPS. It's always good to follow your track on a paper chart. So these are all the charts. I'm pulling these aside. These will be the ones we work with, and then the rest of the charts will get stowed. But basically, this is going to be the charts starting from where we're at now, all the way down to Marina del Rey. All these different charts will navigate us down that way. Okay, before you take off anywhere, you should always check the weather. We've got a few ways of doing it. One is with the VHF. You've got the Weather Channel.
WWF 64, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.45 megahertz.
And this runs 24/7. It'll tell you all the weather, the local weather. And then for national weather, and since we are going from San Francisco to Marina del Rey, there's going to be a lot of different kinds of weather. So what I do is I go in here to the Marine and Coastal Weather Services on my computer. I'd click into starting with San Francisco, and I'd go in further, and I'd basically chart my weather all the way down the coast.
For 10 a.m., here are the San Francisco Bay observations. At Point Blunt, Angel Island, winds northeast 11 knots. At the Golden Gate Bridge, winds north 7 knots. Here are the coastal observations and sea dip buoys. At Wave Rider Buoy, Point Reyes, seas northwest 9 feet every 11 seconds. At the Farallon Islands, winds north-northeast 5 knots. The seas were 6 feet every 12 seconds, and the pressure was 0.0 inches. The observation was partly cloudy. This 10 a.m. report will be updated around 1:30 p.m. Synopsis for the Central California coast and bays including Monterey Bay, Gulf of the Farallones, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries. An unseasonably cold low centered over the Central California coast is creating an unstable atmosphere resulting in scattered showers with isolated thunderstorms over the region. Strong north winds off the Oregon and northern California coast are generating large northwest swells which will move southward and impact the Central California coast tonight and Saturday. The highest swells will likely be found across the outer waters. These large swells will subside Saturday night and Sunday before the next cold front pushes another large set of swells southward late Sunday into Monday. The marine forecast for San Francisco, San Pablo, Suisun Bays, and the West Delta for today: southwest winds 5 to 15 knots, becoming southeast by midday. A chance of showers. For tonight, east to northeast winds 5.
Okay, before we go anywhere, we absolutely want to check all the fluids in the engine, the oils, the transmission fluid, the radiator fluid. We want to make sure that we top off the batteries with distilled water. And basically, we're just running through all the systems on the boat. You want to make sure that that you know where everything is in your mind. Have some backup plans in case something goes wrong. You want to be able to MacGyver something quickly, and just general maintenance. Okay. You also want to check all your halyards, all your lines, your winches, your sails. It's a good thing I checked. This has got a, it just looks pretty sliced up. This would have never made it all the way down on the trip. So.
Start off by, if you ever get busted.
Or maybe it would have.
Or maybe you need a sharper knife.
Yeah. Okay, and you can cut it. Okay, this is a 47-foot Vagabond built in Taiwan, 1979.
Permission to grab a cold one?
Yeah, grab a cold one.
And if you're married, you should always try and keep your wife working on the boat at all times, scrubbing and wiping things down. Okay, let's meet the crew. This here is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon loves dinghies. She loves sailing. She does everybody's watch.
She never stops watching.
She's very, very good. Over here we've got First Mate Bruce Mulder. Over here we have Pamela Mason.
Admiral?
Admiral Pamela Mason.
I know it doesn't look like on the Admiral. That's what it said in the How to Get Your Wife to Live Aboard book. I'll read the Admiral.
That piece came out nice, huh? The cowling.
They say the hardest part of any trip is leaving the dock, untying the lines. Okay, we clear?
Clear.
Come on aboard. So we leave in Sausalito, heading for Marina del Rey. And as the sun sets into the...
I was like, what
Oh, we store those in the dinghy now. God bless the dinghy.
That dinghy's a handy little thing.
Stow what they can. Or you could stow one here.
Goodbye, Sausalito. See you in 4 months. Very important, ladies and gentlemen, is to have those lifelines very secure. We hate losing passengers like that.
Somebody's been out here with the WD. I like it.
What time is it, Mark?
5 to 5. That is San Francisco. San Francisco. And that is Alcatraz.
San Francisco, the city by the bay.
I completely agree with you.
Where the billionaires are out playing the millionaires.
On the north side of the Golden Gate Bridge, the lovely quaint town of Sausalito, home of Mason Yachts International. Now, a word with our owner of Mason Yachts and captain of our fine vessel Mantra on this trip south, Mark Mason.
I'd rather be on this than that.
Mark, how do you feel about life in general today,
I feel
Mark?
confident today. I've gone over the boat pretty thoroughly. I feel like everything's just working great.
But I mean, life in general, how does it strike you a day like this?
Beautiful. Look around. This is beautiful.
Beautiful. He seems like a happy man to me, folks. And look at the lovely stern of Mantra with a lovely skylight of Sausalito in the background.
That's Angel Island right there.
San Francisco Bay and the infamous Alcatraz Island, a prison for so many years, now destined to be a casino shortly. Across the bay, beautiful San Francisco. Sausalito. Departure. Aboard the yacht Mantra. Bound for the open sea. Starbucks. It's right on the other side of Horizons there. Here's the Golden Gate. Alcatraz. The Rock. That big metal structure over there. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's the Golden Gate Bridge. Kind of looks like the Brooklyn Bridge. From the Brooklyn family.
They're all fours.
Goodbye, San Francisco. Skip-a-goose with the helm.
It has everything, the little city